Is this the death of YouTube clickbait forever? Is this video the most meta-level clickbait you've ever actually clicked on YouTube? All of these questions and more, wait to the end of the video to find out. What's up everybody, Andrew Wall here, and I want to tell you all about my thoughts and analysis on the recent YouTube announcement that they are going to do algorithmic auto thumbnails on YouTube. They're testing this with millions of users right now, and this could mean the end of YouTube clickbait. If this works out, this could mean that all those ridiculous thumbnails that say new and best and have attractive women on them and people pointing, people going, oh, and all of the insanity that YouTubers have to do to get your attention, to get you to click on YouTube, that could all disappear. Is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? Does that take control away from creators, or does it give it back to quality videos? We're going to talk about all these things in this video. I'm going to talk about auto-generated thumbnails, custom thumbnails, what user choice could do for YouTube, good or bad, and about previews for thumbnails and how that could be the ultimate solution to all of our clickbait problems. Let's get into it. Before we get started, I want to clarify what I mean by clickbait. Clickbait is a term that's thrown around to generally mean negative connotations for people trying to get you to click on things, of course. So I consider clickbait in the negative connotation to be when somebody puts a title to an article or a video or a thumbnail that misrepresents what content is inside that video. When you click it, you start watching the video or you read the article or you check out the content and you feel duped. That is negative clickbait. I consider positive clickbait to be something that YouTubers have to do right now on YouTube in order to succeed. And positive clickbait is something that you clearly represent what is under the hood in your video. Through your thumbnail, through your title, you communicate clear value, but you don't tell the viewer everything. You leave something out that makes them want to click, or you give them some sort of intriguing element that just compels them to watch your video to find out more. That is good clickbait. That is positive clickbait. Just wanted to clarify that before we get started. In order to address the clickbait problem, you first have to understand why clickbait is so important to the viability of a platform like YouTube. Why clickable thumbnails and titles actually drive everything here. Well, it's because the YouTube algorithm is designed to reward minutes watched on the platform. So best case scenario, you're going to upload a video like this one, you guys watched it, you click my thumbnail and title, you watch my video all the way through, then you click another thumbnail and title. You watch that video all the way through, then you click another thumbnail and title, and then you watch that video all the way through into infinity. The thumbnails and titles that you see drive you as a viewer to watch as much content as possible on the platform. Advertisers get to drop more dollars here and get more customers. Creators get more money because they have more advertisements on their videos, and viewers get to watch more content that they came for. Everybody wins, and of course, YouTube wins when that happens. That's why the algorithm has identified thumbnails and titles as being so important for the success of a video, and the whole platform is designed for viewer behavior. That's what drives this entire thing. Let's talk about auto-generated thumbnails and why that could be a good thing. So auto-generated thumbnails allows YouTube's algorithm to collect billions and trillions of pieces of information about every single video you've ever watched, liked, comment on, etc., and figure out what exactly you like. And the algorithm is getting better and better every day through machine learning at figuring out what you like, what you want to watch, and what's going to keep you on YouTube for as long as possible. So, if YouTube's algorithm is able to auto-generate thumbnails for you, it's going to know that generally you like to click thumbnails that say, have somebody with the oh face on it, or you like to click thumbnails with attractive females on them, or you like to click thumbnails that are generally nice and clean looking or have certain colors in them. The algorithm is going to know that about you as an individual viewer, which is interesting because say I upload this video right now, I'll have hundreds, maybe thousands of individual viewers that will watch this down the road, and I can only make a decision as a human being as to generally what I think people want to see with the thumbnail. And I can only create one thumbnail. to appeal to essentially one type of viewer that I have in my head based on limited amounts of data. The YouTube algorithm, though, can take trillions of pieces of data about each individual viewer and give them a thumbnail specifically tailored just to them. So if the machine learning algorithm behind auto-generated thumbnails becomes better and better and better over time, it could be better than you could ever possibly be at getting viewers to click your videos. Think about that. That is a major pro in this situation. And it also eliminates the whole clickbait arms race that is completely ridiculous on YouTube right now. Putting the insane faces, the insane arrows, the crazy colors, the hours and hours and hours you're spending on making thumbnails, it would eliminate all of that. And it would make it so that the merit of your videos is the only thing that you can put out there, that and your title, of course, and the algorithm will take care of the rest and serve your content to viewers in the way that your viewers want to be seeing your content. To me, that is extremely interesting, and that could be an incredible positive outcome, assuming that the algorithm becomes refined over time. Let's talk about the cons, though, because there are some major cons in this situation. The most obvious negative connotation of auto-generated thumbnails is manipulation. That is going to happen no matter what. On any change on YouTube that goes to a machine learning algorithm, human beings, when they find a game or a system or anything in the world that was designed by another human being, they will try to figure out how to manipulate it for their own profit. YouTube is no exception. Count on it happening by the millions of users. So as soon as that happens, theoretical scenario, there's going to be all these YouTubers trying to figure out the algorithm. And let's say, for example, the algorithm likes faces on a clean background, right? So YouTubers are going to start recording their videos on white backgrounds with just their face and nothing else there. And they're going to start manipulating the algorithm to get the thumbnail that they want, making sure that they have moments in their video and whoa, and maybe even holding up signs or objects with them going yeah, trying to get that frame to become the thumbnail frame for their video. And you know what? Whoever does that early and manipulates the algorithm, their channel is going to grow. And people that decide, oh, I'm just so angry about the new algorithm and it's so dumb and YouTube should do the old thing, their channel's going to die. So if this happens, if you're watching this video and they do change this algorithm, take it extremely seriously and figure out everything you can about creating a great video that's visually appealing all the way through, that would make for a great auto-generated thumbnail. You gotta do it at first. Your channel will grow if you do, and everybody else that's salty and doesn't adopt the new system, their channel will die. People that do not adopt new technology and new systems, they lose. That's just the way that it is. But it's not all black and white. It's not all apocalypse. It's not all clickbait or manipulating the system and it's all terrible. There's actually a couple things that YouTube can do to basically mitigate some of those issues and to make it less black and white. And the first thing is giving users as much choice as possible. Not creators, but users who actually watch videos, the choice of custom thumbnails versus auto-generated thumbnails. And they can choose which types of thumbnails they enjoy looking at on the platform. So if something like custom thumbnails were what they want to see from their channels, they could flip that on. And if they wanted to see auto-generated thumbnails, they could flip that off. And there could potentially be a setting right in the middle where it would say, let YouTube decide. And that, I think, could be really interesting of a let YouTube decide option. Because some thumbnails that YouTubers will create will generate more views on their videos than anything that YouTube can generate. Think about gameplay content for gaming channels in particular. The frames that you're looking at that you could possibly pull a thumbnail on may have tons of tiny elements in them of little characters. Think about RTS games, etc. And you can't really see anything there. It's just gameplay of something complicated and small. those videos are not going to have good frames for thumbnails. So in that case, if YouTube continues to let creators upload their own thumbnails, the YouTube algorithm could identify that, you know what, the custom thumbnail for this video is actually better for this video versus our algorithmic thumbnail after it tests it with a number of users. That sort of middle ground between the two could be a really interesting way to help mitigate clickbait without completely eliminating clickbait, and I like that option a lot. The second way that they can help improve the system, and it's already starting to happen of course, is thumbnail previews. So if you search for a particular topic, let's say you're learning how to tie a bow tie, a classic how-to video on YouTube, there may be a bunch of options there that look really good. So which one do you pick? I don't know, maybe you pick the one with the most views, the one at the top, the one with the best thumbnail and title, I don't know. But let's say you just actually want a guy on camera doing it and demoing it himself with no jibber jabber, no talking, no extra garbage, just a quick demo, etc. Well, a thumbnail preview would allow you to scroll over a video to see whether that's the particular type of that video that you actually want, and then you get exactly what you wanted as a viewer. The thumbnail preview, I think, should become more and more emphasized on YouTube, and regardless of what happens with the actual main thumbnails themselves, the faster the preview plays for you as you're scrolling down the list, the faster you understand what's under the hood for that particular video. And if thumbnail previews play faster, that means that the title of the video becomes more important. And titles, I think, are easier to regulate in terms of clickbait and in terms of figuring out what it is that you're trying to do to manipulate audiences. Because words are easily scanned and are easily categorized by an algorithm, whereas images are much more difficult to do from a machine learning algorithm perspective. Thumbnail previews on mobile and making that more of an emphasis, I think, will be a huge boon to YouTube in any scenario. Custom thumbnails or algorithm thumbnails, either way. This is just one man's analysis of thumbnails and whether this could be the death of clickbait forever. You let me know what you think in the comments below. Do you want custom thumbnails? Do you want auto-generated thumbnails? Do you want that hybrid scenario right there in the middle I described with user choice? Let me know below and let me know why. I'd love to have this discussion with you guys a little bit more because thumbnails and titles are the most powerful thing to generate traction on YouTube, and this is something that could impact hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people's income and their careers. So this is important to talk about. And if you are interested in having me help you grow your YouTube channel or your online business, I provide online video coaching to creators and entrepreneurs. There's going to be a link in the I button up top and a link in the description below. I'm eager to help you with your strategy and to chase the dream of doing what you love every single day. My name is AWOL. Thank you so much for watching. Go out there, create some great content, and for now, create some killer thumbnails, and I'll see you in the next one. Go crush it, amigos.